Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to be looking at rates and how to apply rates to different situations using either the unit rate or just the rate itself. The first thing we're going to talk about is the difference between these first two problems. I've labeled the first one A and the second one B. So the first one says, in order to make the perfect shade of green, the ratio of yellow to blue paint is 3 to 4. So this right here is a major difference in what we've talked about previously to what we talked about the last couple of days. This is a part-to-part, part-to-whole question, so you need a total of 21 gallons of green paint. How many gallons of yellow and blue do you need to purchase? And then in problem B over here, it says a bulk food store sells 12-pound bags of Red Delicious apples for $18. So that would be a rate. So it's the cost of something, and then we want to know how much the cost of another of that thing would be. So here our biggest difference is that problem A is a part whole problem. And problem B is a rate problem. That would be the biggest differences between those two. We are going to be focusing on this type of problem today. So we've already done, this was section 1.2 and section 1.5, where we had a ratio that was given to us and we used that ratio. Now we're going to be given a rate and we're going to use that rate to answer questions. So example 1 says the Millers drove 80 miles on 4 gallons of gas. At this rate, how many miles can they drive on 6 gallons? So here's my question. So I've got miles, gallons, 80 miles on 4 gallons. And then I want to get a 1 here first. Let me change the color really quick. I want to get a 1 here first. So I'm going to divide by 4. And I get 20. And then I'm trying to get to 6 gallons of gas. So I'm going to multiply by 6. And I get 120. So it's going to be 120 miles. So here's the rate. This is the unit rate. And then I used that to answer the question. So the next one says there are 55 ounces of dog biscuits in 5 boxes. So I've got biscuits. So ounces of biscuits, sorry. And boxes. And I've got 55 ounces in 5 boxes. And it says, at this rate, how many ounces of dog biscuits are in 8 boxes? So I'm trying to get to 8. And we've done these tables before. So I'm going to go down to 1 here. Divide by 5 to go to 1. Divide by 5, and I get 11. And then to get from 1 to 8, I multiply by 8. Multiply by 8, and I get 88 ounces. Okay. The rest of these problems are very similar. So the last 2 questions are very similar to this. This should say Tara can type 200 words in 4 minutes. And then my question, how many words would you expect her to type in 10 minutes? So you're going to create your table. We have words and minutes. I can do 200 words in 4 minutes. So how many can I do in 10 minutes? Well, if I divide by 4, to get to 1. Divide by 4, I get 50. And then I'm going to multiply by 10. And I get 500 words. Last one says you spend $57 on 3 pairs of shoes. So dollars and shoes, 57 and 3. And how many pairs can I buy with $152? So I've got $152. First, I'm going to divide by 3, and I get 1. 57 divided by 3 is 19. And I'm trying to get to $152 this time. So 152 divided by 19, you can use your multiplication chart, is going to be times 8. So 1 times 8 is 8 pairs of shoes. Okay, on all of these ones, we were able to get back to that unit rate in the middle. So you can see right here, we were able to get to the unit rate. Here we were able to get to a unit rate. Here we were able to get to a unit rate. And here we were able to get to a unit rate. That is not always possible. So if there's something more convenient that you can use, feel free to use that value. You do not have to use the unit rate to get these answers. We've done scaling forward and scaling backward. These ones just focused on the unit rate because that's what we've been focusing on lately. You have 5 questions for homework, I believe. Good luck.